So yeah, you can see there looks like there's some oil in the coolant, which is generally not a good sign. Hey guys, on a previous video I mentioned how I kind of thought this CForce 500 had the fan kick on and off quite a bit just when you're out riding on the trails. I was kind of doing some research and some other people were saying the same thing. So what I'm going to try and do today is drain out the factory coolant. And we're going to try and put some other stuff in, probably Engineice, but I got to see what I have available to me. So I kind of wanted to just take you through the process. This is me doing it for the first time too, so we'll learn together, I guess. But I just wanted to show you how I got all this plastic apart to get to the water pump. Because I believe we need to drain at the lowest point on the engine, basically, to try to get everything out. So we're going to get that exposed and see what we find there. I've already taken this apart, but I'll show you how I did it. And then we're going to also probably have to take off the radiator hose and drain the radiator out and the reservoir bottle. So I'll show you how I got this all off. All right, guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is pop the seat off, and then you want to get where you can get to the radiator cap. And then you're going to want to take off these side panels, and I'll show you how you do it. So there's one of these little rubber, right there, you can see it. It's like a little pin that goes in this rubber slot, just like this one here. So you want to pull those back, just kind of be gentle. And then there's a Phillips head screw that's right here that you need to remove. And then you'll want to come over here to the shifter, and there's a tab right there and right up there. This one you'll want to pull back, and then this one you'll want to pull up, but it has that little tab on it, so you kind of got to pull pretty hard to get that one to pop off. But then once you've got this whole top piece loose, you can pry it kind of up and back, and you'll see right there, there's a Torx bit. I was able to get it off with a T25, but I think it's one size bigger, which I'm not sure exactly what size it is, but it is a Torx bit. And then there's another Torx bit right here. And there is a plastic tab that just goes down into this black piece that you just need to kind of pry up and off. And then you'll want to obviously take this off, set that aside. And let me see, I might have to put you down for a second to kind of show you how it comes off. Okay, so you kind of just pry this up. This tab comes off. And then there's a couple tabs on the bottom, and I'll show you those. You kind of got to pry up on this and then pull it out this way. But you'll see it's got these tabs on it. I'll show you. So it's got one that's kind of a hook latch right here that needs to go up. Right there, right there. So all those kind of just need to go up, and then you can pull it out. But then once you do that, you've got access to the side of the engine here. And I believe right here is our water pump. Now I was barely looking at it, and I believe this screw right there might be a drain screw, because it has a copper washer, it looks like, on it. But I'm kind of tempted just to pop the hose off, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get a ratchet or anything in there to drain it out without having to take this part of the whole foot well off. So I'm thinking I might just pop this off and drain it out here. Hopefully that'll drain enough. I'm just trying to get the old factory coolant out. So we'll have to see about that. But this should give you access. Pretty easy to take that off. Took me like 2 minutes to get that thing off. And then our next step is going to be coming up here. And right up under here is the bottom of the radiator. So I might have to take this screw out just to kind of pry this out of the way to see if we can get better access to the radiator hose. If not, I'm pretty sure I can get to it from right here, but we'll see. Alright guys, so I would definitely recommend you take this thing off. So it's got these stupid little plastic push in pin things. They're a real pain in the butt. I was able to get them with 2 flathead screwdrivers, pop them off. You just kind of take your flathead screwdriver on both sides of it and try and pry without breaking it, which is kind of difficult. But now you can see we're actually in here. Oh, sorry. Jeez, I'm out of breath. I've been fighting this thing for 10 minutes now. So here's your radiator hose. I already got the clamp off, but it's being a bugger. I cannot get that thing off. And I'm guessing the radiator is just plastic. That might be steel or aluminum, I don't know. It might be plastic, so I don't really want to just put my screwdriver in there and try and pry the hose off because I don't want to damage anything. So, all right, let's see if we can get it off. Alrighty, sorry if I sound out of breath, but this thing's been fighting me. So, geez, I just had a sales kid come up. I have my garage door open behind me, and freaking salesperson come up and scared the bejesus out of me. I hate salesmen. If you're a salesman, I hate you. Leave me alone. All right, let's see if we can get this radiator hose off. Goodness, I can't even twist it. At least get it to twist. There we go. Come on, baby. Oh, here she comes. Okay, should get that by hand. There you go, guys. What are these, channel locks? Or I can't remember what these are called, but you're gonna want one of those if you do this job. Ow, son of a gun. This could be bad. Yep, it was bad. Oh, thank goodness I moved my camera. Oh. Well, on first inspection, there's some oil in the coolant. That's probably not a good sign. Well, I made myself a mess now, but I got the hose off at least. Let's see if I can stick this for now. Oh, what a mess. It's everywhere. Well, we made a bit of a mess here. Hold where you can get it before it gets wet. So yeah, you can see there, looks like there's some oil in the coolant, which is generally not a good sign. All right, well, as you can see, I haven't done a very good job of keeping the coolant from going everywhere. So if you're gonna do this job, make sure you got some shop towels handy. So I was able to just pull that hose clamp off right there. It's just a Phillips hose clamp. And just kind of work it back and forth with the screwdriver until it popped off there. So, oh, now we get to work on the coolant bottle. Try and get that drained out. In here, she's back up in there. Now on this coolant bottle, I do not believe that there's any sort of drain. I think you kind of just got to take the whole thing off. All right, guys, so instead of taking off the overflow reservoir, which I'd have to take this off, and this is the biggest pain on the other side to take off. So instead of doing that, I just took a shampoo bottle pump, taped a windy straw to it, and stuck it down there and just sucked it out. And I got basically, 90% of it. So I don't know. It's probably better to just take the reservoir off, but I was going to do that. I just didn't want to take off all that plastic. So I've got that drained out. Oh, and I was going to share too. So I kind of had a heart attack seeing all that oil in the coolant, but upon further inspection, I remembered that a little while ago I changed some dirty oil in this pan, and I'm almost positive that was just dirty oil getting mixed in with it. I don't think it was actually coming out of the machine, because everything I just pulled out of the overflow was clean, and when I took this off, that was all just green. It didn't look like it had any black oil in it. And my dipstick is not black at all, it's yellow. So I'm pretty sure that was what the culprit was. A little scary there. But anyways, I'm pretty sure I've got it all drained out. I'm gonna have to get me some coolant to replace it. I think I'm gonna go with the Engineice. Solely just because I think it's at Walmart right now. So I'm just gonna go run and grab some of that. And hopefully refilling this up will help this thing run a little cooler to where the fan doesn't have to kick on all the time. That's kind of the whole purpose of me doing this, is to see if we can get it to run a little longer without the fan coming on and off all the time. So anyways, almost done. We're gonna have to get everything tied up. Although I'm debating on running some coolant through the radiator just to try and rinse everything out. I might do that, so we'll see. All right, let's get going. All right, so I ran to Walmart. Sorry for the lighting. It's starting to get dark, so I went ahead and closed my garage. It's starting to get windy too, so I apologize for the lighting. Anyways, I ran to Walmart and got me some Engineice. So I've never used this stuff before, but apparently it's supposed to be a pretty good product. Had a couple of you guys actually recommend it. Just give you an idea kind of what it touts there. So boiling point 253, freeze point -2 Fahrenheit. Superior heat reduction versus competition. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully this will let it run a little bit cooler and the fan won't have to kick on all the time. So we're going to go ahead and bleed out the system. I'm trying to think. I probably ought to put a little bit in the reservoir, I'm thinking, before I bleed it, so I don't draw any air through there. I guess first of all, I think I'm going to send a little bit through just to flush out the radiator. So I think this is a bleed screw. I did crack it open. And some fluid came out of it, so when I go ahead and put that back together, I'll trying to bleed the system right there and close that off, and then do my best to bleed it through the radiator cap. So so I'm just bleeding some through or not bleeding, but just dumping some through the radiator, waiting for it to turn blue. Not the cheapest coolant. This stuff was like just under 19 bucks a bag, and a bag gets you 1.75 liters, 1.84 quarts. So, all right, that's looking pretty blue. Oh, let's do a flashlight's probably in the way, sorry. Oh, there's one bag down. Oh, there should be. right, guys, well, we got the job wrapped up, and we got the got her put it all back together. Everything went together just fine. So I decided to let it run to purge it, and I basically just did 5 heat cycles. I waited for the fan to turn on 5 times, and then the 5th time it basically didn't really draw down much coolant, so I think it should be good to go. I just rode it around for a little while. Granted, it is cold outside, so it never got above 3 bars. I don't think the fan even turned on, so I got cold, so I was like, whatever, I'll call it good. So yeah, so keep that in mind. You might want to let it, have the fan turn on. If you decide to do this, have the fan turn on a few times. Make sure you're drawing in all the coolant and pushing out all the air. It helped to rev the engine. I did rev it up, and it seems like that kind of got more of the air coming out of the radiator. So yeah, I guess we'll see how it turns out. We'll have to do another video in the summertime when it's hot, and we'll see if it makes a difference at all. If I notice one, I'll let you know. So yeah, those bags were like 19 bucks a piece. You only need 2. I bought 3 because I couldn't find online how much I need. So yeah, you only need 2 to really do this job. Trying to think if there's anything else I could tell you. But yeah, if you're gonna do it, definitely take off this plastic piece up here. If you have the tools to take off those little push button things, it'd make it a lot easier. That was the hardest part of the entire job, to be honest, is getting that stupid thing off. It took me forever. Other than that, this was all easy to take off, and bleeding the system was pretty easy. It just took a while. It probably took 15 minutes to get the engine warmed up and have the fan kick on 5 times. So. But anyways, if you like this video, please give it a like, consider subscribing, leave us a comment. Let me know if you've done this already to your CF Moto or your ATV. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.